Good day, British citizens. How are you on this fine day? Today we are here in David Winthrope's house, in the premises on Gatley Hill, and we will be actually involving ourselves in some sort of barbecue experiment. Now this experiment, in its entirety, will include an explosive element from which we will be producing from some sort of chip pet. Now, the people inducing this experiment is my good friend Mr. David Winkle himself and Mr. Brett Chandler. Now here we are on location, David Winkle's garden. I'm now approaching our main technician, Mr. Brett Chandler. Viewers, as you can see, two tools mainly required for this experiment will be the British garden spade and the British garden fork, also known as a pitchfork in some other third-rate country. Other than that, you may need a garden area such as this, as you can see, grass and the plantation behind me. You may also need some sort of oxygen, so one may breathe throughout the process of doing the flame-induced experiment. Now, first of all, in fine barbecue, one requires an English wood coal or English wood charcoal, for example. Mr. Brett Chandler now placing these in the appropriate location. Now, the firelighters used must be of finest British quality and taste delectable. Reminds me of fine ocean scenery. Now, what we have here are the finest Sainsbarian firelighters, which we will be applying to the barbecue here. Mr. Brett Chandler will now perform this procedure. As you can see, he's placing them directly in the central point of the two bags of British charcoal. As you can see, the Sainsbarian firelighters are placed exactly central point of the equator of the two bags. This, in fact, integrates the flame in a non-biblical fashion. As you can see, the flame is now lit according to British ISO standards that even the Queen will be proud of. As you can now see, Mr. Brett Chandler is actually stoking the flame using traditional British garden pitchfork. As you can see, the flame is of several millimeters high, /inches. Brett is now turning the coals over to induce a sort of increased durability of the fire. The fire should now be burning at approximately 400 degrees Celsius. If not, you have not clearly used the Shropshire oak firewood, which has been previously recommended by the King Henry IV. One may mistake this for a common can of Mountain Dew, although in fact it is filled to the brim with cooking oil, used to fry regularly chips and other delicacies from abroad, etc. As you can see inside the can now, contained there is much cooking oil. This will shortly be placed on the fire by Mr. Brett Chandler, although at the moment, due to the excessive heat, we cannot do this as it would instantly become liquid, the metal can I am referring to. As you can see, Mr. Brett Chandler was slightly burned in the previous scene. This is a precaution which must be observed whilst doing this experiment. Obviously, if you were to burn yourself, you can't be held responsible as a filming organisation. Although, as we are millionaires, it shouldn't make a difference to our income anyway. as you can see, Mr. Brett Chandler is now using the dual tool usage. This is of course acceptable within British law, although within other countries it may not be. So please consult your local law authority. Other than that, as you can see, Mr. Brett Chandler does not have any official uniform on. You may wish to apply one depending upon your circumstances and income at the very time of the production. Right, now, before you actually light the can on fire as we have done here, you must await the actual can to start boiling, or the cooking oil within. As you can see, there's a black flame indicating presence of oil in the flame. This is now, working towards my face in a fashion, but shortly we shall be pouring H2O upon the flame to cause a catastrophic reaction known as the Chandler effect. Now Mr. Chandler here now has a can of Mountain Dew, again common. This time it is filled with H2O liquid as opposed to the cooking oil previously. He has inserted this into a pitchfork and is now going to apply this to the flame with catastrophic results, I believe. As you can see, the reaction was quite bad. The flames are still burning as the cooking oil is overspilled into the outer hemisphere of the barbecue. Mr. Chandler is still alive, as you can see, and as am I, and our grateful cameraman, Mr. Dave Winkle here. Now Brett is now applying several more selections of water to the fire, which is causing a catastrophic failure of the inner corona of the cooking oil itself. This is, as I said, known as the Chandler effect. As you can see, plumes of black smoke are now rising from the fire itself, causing several pollutants to enter the upper atmosphere. This could be catastrophic to your local environment, so I would suggest consulting the local royalty before starting up such a procedure in your garden. This experiment was performed under controlled conditions in a British environment. I would not recommend trying this at home unless you are crazy like us. Thank you. There we have it.